Hello, everybody. Time for another Monday movie review. This one is the part two to the two-part double feature review, or it's anyway. It's the Harry Holt story, which you can find it on YouTube. I apparently can find it on a YouTube channel for Dan Holt, who I do believe is Harry Holt's son. Um, pretty sure. Yeah, it's also on V VC Archives. Um, it's a it's 1 hour 13 minutes long, or 1 hour 29 minutes long. The one that's an hour like 29 minutes long has like some promo shit for the person who, like, the director, like other things he did. And who boy. So if you want the story, because there's a lot of people named Harry Holt when you search Harry Holt though. So look up Bertha Holt, and you'll see um, how demented this family was, and how irrevocably they've fucked up the world. So basically, the movie's just a story of like the dudes. It's like a life story type thing, but it's shot on like apparently super VHS tapes, and it it, it honestly it's hard to watch even like without knowing the family and what the fuck they did, and still continue to do, because the organization they started just like still fucking around doing fucked up adoption shit, which we'll get to. There's also like an article that was written, apparently, like shitting on them, which they deserve to be shit on, and the person in the Discord was copy pasting from the article, like just that was tearing into them. Um, Long and short of it is, Harry Holt basically set up an adoption orphanage in Korea to adopt Korean American or American Korean children. Basically, GIs in the Korean War fucked Korean women. They had kids, and the American fathers fucked back, off to America. So they took these kids and adopted them out, but not in like a normal way. But like the family had to be like, the people who were adopting them had to like pray really hard, and like there's so much awful shit. um, like literally lying to the parents, and also like lying to people who were adopting them, like saying that they were orphans when they had like mothers. Like the dads are the ones who fucked off back to America. Uh it's so. But this is, I shouldn't. Okay, you can look up all this shit at your own leisure. Just know the Harry Holt family is a massive bunch of fucking cunts. Awful fucking people. So the movie, st- well, I saw it, like I didn't watch when I wasn't there when it first got started because I was off getting a drink or whatever. But I came back to dude having a heart attack in like the forest somewhere, or no, sorry, it was like a coronary occlusion, and instead of the people like calling an ambulance or whatever, even though this was in like the 50s when this apparently fucking happened, or like the 40s or whatever, when this fucking when this happened, uh, took him back to his house. They had a doctor come up to the house and said, "Hey, you should go to a doctor." Said no, or you should go to the hospital. The dude said no. Also, in this movie, the son is playing the part of his mother, or of his mother, of his father, and his mother is playing the part of his of her younger self by wearing what honestly just looks like an Austrian, like, European braid, like kind of milkmaid braids going on, that kind of shit, like a wig, and it's just deeply fucking uncomfortable. And so they also then another thing happens, and like he had a pulmonary embolism, like, so, but he still doesn't go to the fucking hospital. And then there's like all these weird exposition dumps where the mother's like has a photo album and it's just like, hey, this is where when you did this is when you did this, and all this other shit. Also, like they didn't hire any actual actors for this fucking thing, so it's just like townspeople. And it's like some people are wearing like modern clothes for like the 90s, and then some people are wearing like Mormon looking shit. Also, they say Oregon in like the weirdest way possible. They're like Oregon. Like, it's so weird. It's like like it was just so distracting on top of all the other adoption, like knowing all the adoption shit. Just like, uh, then there's a part where dude is apparently supposed to, like in real life in the story, he apparently starts seeing this Asian child, this Amerasian, which is apparently a term that people use, which is, kids who, from like born in Asia, but they're like one of their parents are American or U.S. citizen or whatever. And like she just keeps on popping up, and we were like, "What the fuck is going on with this child?" But like, yeah, so this was like visions he was having, and then like, then they just had they splice in actual footage, like actual like film that was like shot in Korea on film, like from like the 50s or whatever. And they spliced it into the shitty fucking movie. Then, like, on some shots, there's like this vignette, like vignetting, where it's like a circle, like it's a hidden camera type thing, and it's so, and like, there's just so many kids in this fucking movie that probably didn't know they were being filmed or whatever. It, God, it was like all of this. There's like the one minuscule good thing about this movie is that they have a lot of classic cars, like cars from the period of like the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Like they have, like 50s cars, and then they have like a Model T, and then they have like an earlier model of Ford car. Then there's just a scene of someone in one of the cars like is driving into like trying to park the car, and they just fucking like bump the fucking car into the curb. um, and it's just like, fucking why? It's so fuck. And then like before all the promos at the end of the fucking thing on the one channel, because that's the one we watched. There's like this interview of with like this dude interviewing the fucking lady, Bertha Holt, they're just like talking about all of this shit. Apparently, like she said this thing of like Buddha's bones are still in his grave, Jesus's grave is empty or whatever, and like did Siddhartha Gautama, I think, was a real person, or at least more real than fucking Jesus. God. And then, so yeah, during also during this interview segment, they mentioned like the little girl that was like appearing, like who was playing like the Vision girl from this dude's story, and fucking, she's like, oh, this is like a kid of one of the early adoptees, and then says, oh, and like the mother of the kid married a fucking Caucasian person. Like, she fucking said that, and everybody's like, you didn't need to say that. You could just say like, oh, it's like she's a child of one of the adoptees. You didn't have to specify that the adoptee married a fucking white person. Oh goddamn! Fucking hell! This is like so much is like so fucking terrible. I if you are going to watch this, watch it with people so you can just share the rage. Um, yeah. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day, and fuck the Holt family, specifically the adoption Holt family, because I don't know about the other Holt families. They might be decent fucking people. The Bertha Holt is a fucking massive bitch. Fuck her and everybody who agrees with her, and they literally change the laws to make it easier to like steal kids from other countries and adopt them out. Ta-ta, everybody.